Starting off at number 10, the character taking the 10th spot in this list is somebody who was very well adored, someone who was very happy-go-lucky. The community doesn't really like her gameplay too much, but with that kind of gives you a hint. Sitting at 1.2 million views, it is without a doubt Mualani. Now, Mualani, it is kind of lackluster that she only has this many views because she was the very first 5-star character for Natlan. And, you know, around all the hype for Natlan and a brand new region, you would think that, you know, she'd have a lot of buzz. But yeah, it just kind of stayed like this for a while. And I guess Natlan didn't have the most positive reception in its opening, so we all know what happened there. But aside from that, I can say, you know, her demo is just very like wholesome and lighthearted. But besides what happens in the demo, for me, it's the music. Like, the music is just, it's such a nostalgic feel. It's something about it. The guitar, maybe, like just the way it rolls. It has such a nostalgic sound to it, you know? It just screams nostalgia. And as somebody who was born in the year 2000, it just screams that year and that time. So that's like one of my favorite songs of the year is Mualani's theme. But yeah, number 10, Mualani. This character came racing in at the very last second of the year to take the number 9th spot. A lot of people hate this character. Just do not like this character at all. Think she doesn't belong in the game. Some like the character and are fine with it. Sitting at 1.3 million views at the current time. That pretty much tells you right then and there, without a doubt, it is indeed Mavuika. Now, Mavuika's trailer, it was fun to watch the first time and, you know, just get like that first reaction to it and just see them singing. But yeah, it was just very odd, and I don't think anybody expected the actual characters to be singing in it. That part threw me off completely. It was very funny. It definitely wasn't bad though. This feels like an anime opening. It feels like some kind of, maybe like an ender perhaps, or like a season finale or something. That's what it feels like. It's the vibe it gives off. You know, DJ xilonen makes sense here. And I wasn't quite sure about the other characters and their instruments or their singing, you know, but it was definitely a little odd for them to be jamming out like this. I was like, okay. But yeah, the song is great in itself. The English version is actually sung by Chrissy Costanza, I think that's how you say her name. Which is like, you know, she's sung in One Republic songs, Counting Stars, stuff like that. Very famous singer. And I think the JP version is actually the voice of Mavuika. It's literally the voice actor. So it was very ironic that Mavuika was singing and that was actually her. So I don't think this demo will be people's favorites in terms of Archon trailers. And this viewership will get a lot more over time. But I think, you know, it wasn't bad, but I think people might have the other Archons over this one in terms of trailers. Let me know in the comments, but that is Mavuika. Coming in at number 8 is a very unexpected character. A very mysterious character, and you just would never guess who it is. But I love the fact that this character made it on this list. Sitting at 2.3 million views, guess who?
Don't you think it's kind of an issue that they want to control how other people think in the first place?
Yeah, Sethos. He released in a very mysterious manner. Like, you saw a little glimpse of him in a trailer and it was like, who's that? Who's that? You know, who's this? But in terms of his actual demo, I can't say too much happened per se, but the character himself and this you see right here, this was cool. I did like him in Asano Part 2 quest. I did like his character, his smarky demeanor, his very mysterious, untrustworthy but trustworthy type of character. But yeah, in terms of his release, he just kind of came out as a character where you just wondered who it was and everybody's trying to find out. But not really much to say about his demo. I'm just glad to see a 4-star high on the list. Swinging on in at number 7, just beating out Sethos by about like 100,000 views. Believe it or not, it's your favorite dead silent character, literally. Kinich. This was definitely one of the most creative demos they've ever put out. This one was just like, I don't know who had the idea to go with this whole 8-bit gaming kind of vibe to it, but it definitely worked and they nailed it with this demo. You know, I think this is a well-deserved spot for him. It was very different and just kind of threw you off, you know, like you knew, you know, of course, AHA was 8-bit, you know, in itself. It was already kind of jarring, but yeah, you know, the references of Pac-Man, you know, different games and whatnot. It's cool. It's a cool demo. It's a very cool demo. But there's Kinich at number 7. As for number 6 goes to a character that a lot of people wanted a lot sooner. The hype kind of died down for this character by the time the character actually came out. I mean, you were already on your way to the next region by the time this character set foot on your screen. Sitting at 2.7 million views, somebody you do not want to mess with. Clorinde. Clorinde's demo was just clean. It's just straight up clean. Just showed off her moves, her being the champion duelist, right, at its finest. Just like, you know, just massacring a bunch of hilichurls in her demo. You know, and there's like one part where the hilichurl does a signal to notify, you know, his teammates, or like the trapper in a way. And she just like dashes right over to him and takes him out. And it's like, dang, man. But just slick, just a good demo, just clean, you know? And her song was good, but I think her song was actually just another rendition of Nouvelette's. I'm pretty sure it was just Nouvelette's song, but with a guitar or like different chords, something like that. It's like the same thing, but a little bit different. You know, the same BPM or something like that. It's very similar. There you have it. Number 6, Clorinde. Now for number 5, I had the chain suits. Because number 5 goes to a character who was very fashionable, very clean, very pristine, and does not mess around. If you even look at this character the wrong way, not only will your clothes get cut, but you will too. Chiori. Now unfortunately, she came out at a very, very dry time within Genshin. It was like 4.5, no new character besides her. It was kind of a rough time, but to say the least, the character was cool. Her demo was great. All the content like outside of the game was really good. The music reminded me of like Sonic a little bit, like, you know, with her main theme. I liked her story mission as well, her little story quest. But they cooked. They actually did cook with her teaser and her demo. Her teaser was definitely like, whoo, you know, that guy, he regretted what he did that day. But yeah, love all her content outside the game, and I low-key kind of wish she was a standard character. But like the same kit, but just standard. So like you could get that C6 one day, you know, that'd be cool. But I do like Chiori. I just think that C1 is very much wanted. And besides that, her stuff was good. I like her song. Chiori at number 5. Number 4. Now I don't know if people just genuinely like this character a lot, or if they happen to be looking up something else entirely and just got this as a result. Coming in at number 4. Is none other, the man, the myth, the legend, at 3.7 million views. It's your boy. Gaming. Or, as we all thought, gaming. When he came out, man, there was no space, there was no symbol, it was just gaming. And we were all like, what? The drip market dropped and I was just laughing because I was like, you know, but obviously, you know, it's pronounced differently and actually very differently in certain regions as well. But yeah, Gaming had very, very, very cool animations for a 4-star, probably like one of the coolest ones I've seen. And you know, his demo was just cool, very vibrant, you know, very bright, and his colors just really just blue, you know, not blue, but they were red. Well, they were blue at night, actually. It's a cool character, you know. Didn't really see too much attention afterwards, but Genshin was a pretty hot topic at the time as well. So he just happened to be up there, man. He had a lot of views. There's Gaming at number 4. Here we go. This is it. Top 3 most popular demos of the year for Genshin. For this character specifically, I don't know what to say. Caught me off guard as well. Sitting at 4 million views, nice and flat. I got nothing, man.
Tricks on my sleeves, yeah. Others on my squeeze, like freeze, yeah. I'm make sure don't need no teaser. Straight, yeah, you should check a meter. I lost a week or two. We got no idea what to do. Always on my mark, no time to accuse. Shining light, tell me the stage is not for you.
Apparently you guys really like this one. I mean, I don't hate it, but I just was like, alright. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. This was, I guess, the foreshadowing for the Mavuika one, I suppose. But yeah, man, I remember I put this out, I put my reaction to it out, and yeah, it was like everybody just wanted to see people's reactions to this one. It's just like, oh man. I don't know if it was for a good reason or a bad reason, but everybody wanted to see what people had to say about this demo. Or this trailer, I should say. They changed it from demos to trailers, but yeah, I mean, it was a fun little bop, I suppose. It was something. Just really threw me off guard. I wasn't expecting the musical, you know, vibe from the characters. I guess you probably should, being from that land. So overall, for xilonen, I think a lot of people just wanted to see people's reaction to it, right? And it just kind of, it had some buzz, especially after some Triple Z demos that came out. It was like, oh, it's kind of like that a little bit with their, you know, goofy raps and stuff like that. So yeah, and this is actually the song for every language as well, I believe. So DJ xilonen, she can also rap too, as I call her, xilonen, sitting at number 3, top spot, number 3. And as for number 2 goes to a very special character, a character who makes me laugh every single time they're on screen, a character who's been with us for a very, very long time, in different forms, but always the same. Somebody with 5.1 million views, well deserved. You look in the sky, it's not a bird, it's not a plane. Oh wait. Loved this demo so much, so much. And obviously it's a character who was very sought after for a very, very long time. And I love when that happens, when you have a character who, you know, you wanted, and it's like you wait years, you know, and they're finally here, you know, and it really just hit every mark, you know. In the demo, like I said, it was so funny to me because the whole part at the end when she's like, jump, and she tells the NPC to jump at the way. Jump! And also, yeah, there was also Ganyu and Shenhe featured in here as well, which is pretty usual for, you know, xianyun, right? But it was just cool to see other characters within this demo, you know, so close to her, like in a family-oriented way, you know, because I feel like we just didn't really get to see too much of xianyun. And obviously this was the first time we really got to see her, you know, in this playable form of her human model, you know what I mean? Well, I say human, but, you know, human form. Because we got the sneak peek last year, and it was set up perfectly, where it was like we saw the picture of her. It was like, oh my god, that's xianyun in human form, you know. It was like, oh my gosh. And then we waited the next year, and then finally we get her, you know, as playable character. So that was great, you know. But yeah, going back to the demo, Shenhe, Ganyu, and telling the NPC to jump, and lastly the music. The music, I say lastly, but that's like the most important thing for me. You know, just like that harmony. It's just so nice, and we're still waiting for Stellar Moments to come out, so I will definitely love that song. It's probably one of the more beautiful songs we got this year. The harmony is just undeniable. But that is the beloved xianyun at number 2. Gentlemen and ladies, this is the most popular character demo of 2024, number 1, the number 1 slot, with a whopping 7.1 million views, topping everything else on the list. Arlecchino. Number 1 most popular trailer of the year for character demos. Just, is it really a surprise, right? The harbinger of the year, at least in the middle of the year, right? Playable, and just killed it. That bass drop, man. Oh, that bass drop. Like, the drop is like, I don't really like the rest of the song when it gets all like distorted and sounds crazy, but the beat drop is insane. And like with the snap, it's just so satisfying, man. I am a sucker for when there's like hard beats like that and there's a voice that's a part of the beat as well. Like not somebody rapping or somebody singing. I mean some like a voice that is the beat. You know what I mean? Like the oh, oh, oh. You know what I mean? Like that going. That's just like, you know, I love like Dance of Death from Zenless. You know, the Ballet Twins theme song. It's kind of like that. You know. But yeah, I mean Arlecchino, dude. You know, we expected this, right? So, and you can tell Hiveverse picks their favorites, right? They cooked this character so hard. I know there was so many beta changes. There was so many, like there was the animated shore and this, the demo, the teaser, and they just made her look so good, you know? So her lead up was just great. And yeah, she's good, man. She's still pretty good too. So, and she's coming back on the rerun as well. So good luck on that if you're pulling for her. But it's kind of crazy to think that she actually came out this year, you know? I was trying to like compile all the, you know, trailers that actually came out this year, and yeah, she was around April, around early April she actually dropped. So actually late April, but that's Arlecchino, man. We've been looking forward to her for a very long time. She was definitely a lot of people's like go-to, and like if there was anybody you were looking at, it was her. I mean the X's in the eyes, you know. So very well deserved and just freaking awesome character. Love Arlecchino. Even now, even after Mavuika's release, Arlecchino's freaking awesome. Now, if you want, please stay tuned for more because we got some more upcoming. Next, we're doing the exact same video for Honkai Star Rail. Then after that, we're doing it for Zenless Zone Zero. After we do those two, then we're going to do most popular demos across all three games. So it's going to be a mixture. It's going to be a whole competition between Genshin Star Rail and Zenless to see who had the most popular demos. So, and it might get a little spicy on the Honkai side and on the Zenless side, so stay tuned for that. Honorable mentions for this video itself: Sorry, Kachina, Sorry, Sijuin, tried, Emily with the 1 mil, Sitlali under 1 mil, and then Auroron and Chaska. So those are the honorable mentions. They didn't make it through, but the list is already complete for Star Rail. It's already done for Zenless as well. I'm just hiding it from you guys right now so you don't see it, so I don't spoil you. But yeah, that's our little project for January. It's going to be fun to do. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and let me know if you guys want to see anything else like this as well. So stay tuned. Star Rail and Zenless up next. With that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one.